For a long time, Iraqi dinar updates have sounded the same. Big claims, vague timing, and very little that people could actually act on. Many holders stopped paying attention because nothing ever seemed to move in the real world. That is why today's update deserves a closer look. Not because of excitement, and not because someone promised instant results, but because there are signs of real preparation happening at the bank level. Quiet steps, administrative steps, the kind that usually come before any formal processing begins. If you hold Iraqi dinar, or if you have been watching this space cautiously, this video is about understanding what is changing and what you should be doing right now, not later. Let's start with what is being reported. Over the past several weeks, there have been increasing signs of activity tied to what is commonly referred to as tier for billions. This term gets thrown around a lot, often without explanation, so let's simplify it. Tier for billions refers to private holders, individuals or private entities who legally obtained Iraqi dinar and whose holdings are large enough to require formal verification before any exchange or redemption can take place. This is not a public walk-in process. It is not mass exchange. It is structured, regulated, and controlled. For years, this category has been the biggest bottleneck in the entire dinar story. Banks cannot process large private holdings without clear documentation, audit trails, and compliance checks. That is why nothing happens quickly and why rumors alone never mattered. What matters now is that there are signs banks are preparing for this lane. Preparation does not look dramatic. It looks boring. Systems get updated. Staff get trained. Internal procedures are reviewed. Appointment frameworks are created. That is exactly what appears to be happening. This shifts the conversation. It is no longer just about if something happens someday. It becomes about how the process works and who is ready when their name comes up. That is where most holders either move forward or get stuck. Here is the reality many people miss. When banks begin processing private holders, they do not reward urgency. They reward clarity, organization, compliance. Walking into a bank unprepared does not speed anything up. It slows everything down. So, what should you expect if Tier 4 processing continues to move forward? First, do not expect instant exchanges. The first stage is verification. Identity checks, ownership confirmation, review of how the notes were acquired. Banks need to know who you are, where the money came from, and whether the entire transaction history makes sense under financial regulations. This typically means government-issued identification, proof of purchase, bank transfer records, dealer invoices, and serial number information for physical notes. For some cases, there may also be affidavits, notarized statements, or tax-related documents. The larger the amount, the more detailed the review. This is not punishment. This is standard banking behavior. The good news is that holders who prepare properly move through this stage much faster. Preparation starts with organization. Create a clear file for your holdings. Separate documents by category, identification, purchase records, payment history, serial numbers, shipping or storage records if applicable. Write a simple summary of your holding history. When you purchased, from whom, how payment was made, where the notes have been stored. This helps bank officers understand your situation quickly instead of piecing it together themselves. Make both physical copies and digital backups. Keep digital files in secure storage. Label everything clearly. This one step alone can save weeks of delays. Now let's talk about appointments. Banks will not process everyone at once. Scheduling will be staggered. Some holders may be contacted earlier due to pre-registration, existing banking relationships, or the completeness of their documentation. This is why relying on social media timelines is a mistake. The only reliable way to know what your bank requires is to contact the bank directly through official channels. Ask about their procedures. Ask what documents they expect. Ask whether appointments are required. Do not rely on third parties promising shortcuts. Real banking processes are documented, slow, and verifiable. Verification itself can take time. Serial numbers may be checked, purchase records reviewed, source of funds examined under anti-money laundering rules. For larger cases, enhanced review is common. Expect questions. Expect follow-ups. This does not mean something is wrong. It means the system is doing its job. Your role is to respond calmly and completely. Security also matters more than many realize. If you hold physical notes, store them securely. Avoid unnecessary movement. Do not carry large amounts casually. Use bank custody if available. For digital communication, use official bank emails or secure portals. Avoid messaging apps unless the bank explicitly directs you to use them. Always verify appointment locations and staff identities. If anything feels unofficial, stop and confirm. Another detail that matters is note organization. Banks care about denominations and series. Mixed series or older notes may require extra review. List serial numbers clearly. Separate notes by type. Count carefully. Good labeling builds confidence and reduces errors. If you hold a large amount, consider spreading risk. Different banks have different capacities and timelines. Working with more than one reputable institution can provide flexibility if one channel slows down. If you use a dealer, verify their license and track record. Avoid anyone who promises guaranteed outcomes, secret access, or off-the-books handling. Those are warning signs. Now let's talk mindset. This stage of the process is where emotions run high. Some people rush, others panic. Both lead to mistakes. Treat this like a serious financial event, not a lottery win. Be patient, be methodical, expect bureaucracy. Expect delays. That is normal. If you have access to professional advice, use it. Tax professionals, legal advisors, and experienced financial planners can help you avoid costly errors after funds are released. Speaking of after release, planning matters. Depending on where you live, large currency conversions may trigger reporting requirements, taxes, declarations, timing rules. Understand these before funds move. Plan how funds will be transferred. Regulated wire transfers are standard. Document every step. Keep records of dates, amounts, and accounts. Clean records protect you later. From a broader view, if Tier 4 processing continues, the market impact is likely to be gradual. Banks prefer orderly flow, not sudden shocks. That means holders will be processed in waves, not all at once. Some will move quickly, others will take longer depending on complexity. That does not mean the system is failing. It means it is functioning as designed. The biggest risks at this stage are misinformation and scams. Always verify claims directly with banks. Be skeptical of dramatic promises. Demand documentation. Avoid secrecy. Transparency is not optional in regulated finance. So here is what you should do now. Organize all documents related to your Dinar holdings. Create clear records. Back them up securely. Contact your bank through official channels and ask about their process. Consult tax and legal professionals if needed. Avoid shortcuts and pressure tactics. Prepare for staged processing, not instant outcomes. These steps put you in the strongest position possible if and when your turn comes. The story around the Iraqi dinar has been long and frustrating. What matters now is not excitement, but readiness. Those who prepare calmly will move forward. Those who wait for noise may miss their window. Stay organized, stay cautious, and treat every step like a real financial transaction, because that is exactly what it is.